Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach buchim habayim. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This week we'll be reading Parashat Vaetchanan. And we know the parasha starts with Moshe Rabbeinu begging HaKadosh Baruch Hu, please let me into Eretz HaKodesh. Let me enter the land. We're right by the border. And we know Moshe Rabbeinu requested this from HaKadosh Baruch Hu 515 times, Rabotai. Not once, not 10 times. And we know every single time HaKadosh Baruch Hu told him no. And we know Chazal teach us, and we see in the Pasuk, that if Moshe Rabbeinu asked one more time, 516 times, HaKadosh Baruch Hu would have told him yes. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu told him, Rav Lach, stop, it's enough. Don't ask me again. And Moshe Rabbeinu stopped. We learned from here the power of tefillah, how special tefillah is, and how we cannot give up. But I want to speak about a Pasuk that's later in the parasha. The Pasuk says that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us a commandment. The Pasuk says, V'ahavta et Hashem Elokecha, that we should love, we have a mitzvah in the Torah to love HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Chazal asks, in Masechet Yuma, the Gemara asks, so we understand the commandment, but why does it say, V'ahavta et Hashem Elokecha? It could have just said, V'ahavta Hashem Elokecha, and you shall love your God. What's the word et? And we know we said many times that there's not an extra word in the Torah, there's not an extra letter in the Torah. Every et has a meaning. So what does this et mean in this pasuk? So the Gemara explains that you're right. V'ahavta Hashem Elokecha means you personally shall love HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But v'ahavta et Hashem Elokecha is telling you that not only you need to love Him, but also you need to show the world what it means to love HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And you need to get other people to love HaKadosh Baruch Hu the same way as you do. So we have to understand, what does this mean? First of all, how do I love HaKadosh Baruch Hu? How do I show my love? And also, how do I tell other people? Does it mean that I have to run around on the street with big signs, with a car, with a megaphone, screaming to everyone, love HaKadosh Baruch Hu, with bumper stickers? What do I need to do? So we have to understand, first of all, to love HaKadosh Baruch Hu is to connect with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What is the biggest way to connect with HaKadosh Baruch Hu? Other than tefillah is the Torah Kedosha. We have to understand, when we learn the Torah, Rabotai, we're connecting, direct connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We know that the Mishnah tells us, Talmud Torah keneged kulam, when you have all the mitzvot, 630 mitzvot on one scale, and you have Torah, Torah is going to be heavier. That's how special the Torah is. The Ramban says the Tanaim, in the times of the Mishnah, were able to say words and create animals, create a sheep, create a cow. How? How did they do that? It wasn't black magic. Just like HaKadosh Baruch Hu, how did He create the world? With using the words of the Torah, so too the Tanaim were on the level that they were able to do that. Every word is so powerful. The Ramban also says that the Torah, the words, we are a low level, so we don't understand. We have the face value of the Torah, but the Malachim know that every word is another way of saying Hashem's name. Every word is another name of God. And it has powers to create and do anything in the world. So we have to understand how special it is to learn the Torah. When we learn the Torah, when we sit and learn Torah, it's the biggest connection to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It's the biggest way of showing HaKadosh Baruch Hu, I love you, and I love your Torah, and I'm learning the Torah HaKadosha. So that's for yourself. Now, how do we show other people Ahavat Hashem? I'll tell you how. Not by screaming around and not by putting bumper stickers. But when you learn the Torah, what happens? When someone sits and really internalizes the Torah, you become a different person. You act differently, you dress differently. A Jew that's sitting and learning Torah is on a much higher standard. When you learn the Torah, it teaches you how to act in business. It teaches you how to act in the supermarket, not to scream, not to push, not to fight, not to use words that you shouldn't be using, not to act like the other billions of people on the street. No, you're a Jew. You're on a much higher standard. You have to make a Kiddush Hashem. You're learning the Torah. It teaches us how to act differently. And when people see on the street, whether it's a Jew or a non-Jew, when they see you in business acting politely, when they see you going above and beyond to make something right, when they see you not trying to steal, not trying to play games and find loopholes, when they see you do this, they're like, wow, what does this person have that I don't have? I want that. And then he'll understand that it's the Torah Kedosha. When you learn the Torah and you have a connection, the biggest connection to the Borei Olam, you're going to act differently and people are going to see this, Rabotai. This is so important, especially today when we're surrounded with billions of goyim, when most of us are in the business world, when we're outside on the street, when we're living in the goyim, we're not in a city with just Jews. Even for Jews, we have to act differently. Unfortunately, there's Jews who don't act the way that they're supposed to act. We have to realize, what do I need to do to show the love of HaKadosh Baruch Hu? I need to start learning Torah. So plan during your week. I'm going to go to Shurim in the morning. I'm going to go to Shurim at night, whatever works with your schedule. I'm going to show my children that the Torah is important to me. It's not just a sermon that the rabbi speaks for 10 minutes on Saturdays. No, I go in the morning and learn Torah. I go at night and learn Torah because this is my life. My life is the Torah Kedosha. We're surrounded because of the Torah. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us everything. So this is going to be my love to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And when we really learn and dial into the Torah Kedosha, then people are going to see right away you're going to act differently. You're going to dress differently on the street. You're going to be more mechubad. People are going to think you're a president. People are going to think this person must be someone famous. Not because he's running around like everyone else, because you're acting differently. And in business, you're going to treat people differently. You're going to open doors for people. You're going to say thank you. You're going to say good morning. You're going to go above and beyond. Unfortunately, the world is meant to be like this, but we live in such a corrupt world that even whether it's rich people, famous people, they do the total opposite. But we have to realize, I'm a Jew. I'm different. I have the Torah. I'm the son of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I'm the daughter of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. I have to realize, how am I supposed to act? How am I supposed to respect others? So when people see this, even Jews, even in the community, when they see that there's a Jew that doesn't curse, that doesn't say words he shouldn't be saying, that doesn't talk like other people talk on the street, he doesn't act like other people, he doesn't steal legally, he doesn't play games. This is the Kiddush Hashem that HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us to show. And people will be in shock. And the beauty, and they'll see the Torah Kedosha, and Be'ezrat Hashem, our families will see this, the community will see this. And if we do this, the Mashiach is going to come very soon, Be'ezrat Hashem. Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach.